Hi there, channel. Welcome to Texas. And look at this. Look at this baby. This is new. I just picked her up. It is the Carenado C90X. And I was really debating which King Air to get, because I really wanted a King Air since we don't have the Majestic in the simulator yet. And well, there's this one, and there's the Flight 1 one, or the Eaglesoft one, I don't remember, and then there's a Milvis one coming. There's lots. Anyways, I think the Milvis one will be the one that you want, but that's a B200, so I ended up getting the C90 in the meantime from Carenado, and I have to say I'm fairly happy with it, and I really don't like their stuff usually, so yeah, not so bad. This could have been way worse. Beautiful model, lovely, looks really good. And flies really quite well too. The only thing I'm sort of not too happy about is the engines. So you have this like experimental door thing set up here. I think that's me going through the door or trying. Okay, that didn't quite work. Wait. Anyways, here's to trying, right? And today we'll try and get her airborne. I just want to show you quickly first where I'm going to try and go. So we are at Midlands in Texas, and I want to take us to Alpine Casparis, close to Marfa. I'm going to probably go from there to Marfa. Kind of like I have a thing about Marfa, so I'm going to fly into Marfa, but I'm going to do that with a just a little Cherokee or something. Probably try and fly around these mountains here with something slower. There is some weather, but I changed the sim time to earlier in the day. It should be better. You can kind of see, though, that there are some serious weather over there. So we'll see how we do today. This might be a massive failure. We'll find out. Furthermore, I'm just really not that comfortable with this plane yet, so there'll be some mistakes here that I am sure of. Like one of these mistakes is currently happening. It is just finding the battery. Yeah, I can already tell. Let's put some more fuel in there. Let's put in like 50% fuel. And let's put in some passengers too, actually. Some nice sort of standard average weight passengers with lots of bags. Okay, cool. Okay, we're over by 16 pounds. I think we can continue, yes. Let's continue. Yeah, so that's better. Then we can go ahead and put on the boost pumps. You know what? Actually, let's try and program this FMS first, because this is I haven't really done this first, so I have no idea how to do this, to be honest with you. But we'll try it. Next. Yeah, I guess you don't have to press that here. Origin. We are at KMAF, and we are going to E38. And let's set our alternate to Marfa then. KMRF. which runway we're taking off on. Guess we should check the weather, because I didn't plan this at all. So we have the right radio in here. How do we change?
Kilo Mike Alpha Foxtrot Airport Information Echo 2153 Zulu Weather Wind 104 at 12 gusting to 16 Visibility 10 Sky Clear Temperature 38 Dew point 9er Altimeter 2996 Advise on initial contact. You have information Echo Kilo Mike Alpha Foxtrot Airport Information Echo 2153 Zulu Weather Wind 104 at 12 gusting to 16 Visibility 10 Sky Clear Temperature 38 Dew point 9er Altimeter 2996 Advise on initial contact. You have information Echo Kilo Mike Alpha Foxtrot Airport Information Echo 2153 Zulu.
Okay, so we have winds from 104. Let's find out what runways we have here. We have, well, we'll take off runway 10. There's the runway 10 here. I guess perf has nothing to do with speeds. I'm assuming that they'd have actually nothing to do with anything here. Let's go back to Sky Vector here and let's see if we can't. Yeah, I think this is what I want to do. Let's go through Stockton. Ah, that's not. Okay, let's just take it off. We got it. We got it roughly. So how high do we want to fly? Let's say we actually want to keep ourselves under 10,000 feet today. Okay, at this point we can turn on the boost pumps and we'll turn on the beacon lights. Auto ignition is on. Let's see. Those are the starter buttons. Let's see if we know how to do this. We'll turn on the right starter here. And we'll add some fuel. Close the door. Okay, that looks like a good start. And turn off the starter again. on the generator. Turn on the left starter. Look for N1 here. I'll add some fuel. It looks like we have a good start. Okay, good. And there's so much stuff I don't know here. I really am noticing it immediately. Fast zip-out sign is on. Turn on the strobe lights, and nav lights, taxi light, and regulation lights. Armada feather. Turn on the other generator. Turn off the starter. And turn off the boost pumps. I don't know. See what happens here. External power can go off. Pitot eats. RVS not ready. I have no idea what RVS is. Radar warning system, something like that. Trying to figure out where we are too. Actually, it's a pretty smart deal to try and figure out where in the earth, where on earth we are. So we are somewhere around the apron. Maybe we're even here, and we want to take off runway E. So once we come out, you want to look if we see runway A or taxiway A, then we need to take a left. Okay. I think that might be us actually, and then that's yeah, I messed up my parking a little bit here. Yeah, so here we are. This is runway, this taxiway Alpha. Wow, this is so squirrely. Oh my lord. so I'm not gonna bother with the radios for now. The altitude for 2,000 feet, maybe 5,000 feet. And speed, I don't know, but let's say for like 120, 140 maybe. So slow, these buttons on the Carenado aircraft. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling with my scroll wheel. And then we have bonus at the nav source to FMS1. FS1. Is this a third one? Is that the point? Like, is it? Can you get like 3 different needles? Is that all there is? Okay, that's all there is. So we can go ahead and set the nav source and this source to FMS1. That's cool. Reference speed. Okay, so that's where you set the reference speeds. I don't think we need the radar thing here. I don't know what that even is. Okay, we can turn on traffic. Yeah, let's see if we can figure that out. I'm trying to just fly the. Okay, I forgot. First, bring the props up to max. Bring the condition levers back up to 60. I don't know that we need anything more than that. Power up. Landing lights. And work over the brakes. Bit of wind coming in, just like from the right here, it looks like, from the windsock. 100. V1. Rotate. Positive brake. We'll gear up.
Too low, gear. Too low, gear. Too low, gear. Too low, gear. Too low, terrain. Too low,
Flaps up
terrain. Too low, 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 terrain.
Landing lights come off. back on the power a little bit because we're almost at our cruise altitude of 5,000 feet. There we were at 5,000 feet. I'm trying to sort of hand fly this a little bit. Trimming it out. Actually, it's not so bad. Trying to fly the flight director as best I can. Let's keep adding forward trim as we go along here too. It's not so bad. I mean, we got some pretty bad weather, but it's not so hard to fly this. It flies pretty well.
Think rate. Think rate. Think rate. Think.
Go ahead and turn on the autopilot here, see if it does. Does it go straight to capture the altitude as well? It looks like it. I don't think it has auto throttle, so let's try and get a little bit familiar with the cockpit here. So it seems you have two types of sort of multifunctional panels here, a PFD and I don't know, an engine and a nav panel. They look very much similar. Then you use this, you use this to navigate with, but I don't understand sort of how you select. That's how you select. Is that a weather? That's a weather radar. That is pretty cool. can't see much though. So this is basically you can step through the flight plan, all those types of things. That brings up your navigation menu, yeah, of course, and radar. Oh, okay, so here's the range. Okay, so we can tilt it. Let's say we tilt it up 2 degrees. I was wondering what the tilt was. Of course, it's for the weather radar. Neato. Okay, so underneath here is our light panel, and then we have our ice protection panel. You see outside the temperature is 32 degrees. Ignitions. Flutter feathers are on, all that sort of stuff. This is basically our electric panel. Auto ignition, our fuel pump panel. It's hot out. Our FMS, our pressurization panel below that. What is this? Okay, so these are the different. You can switch the source of the PFD and the MFD, etc. That's kind of neat. There's the temperatures for the cabin. Bleeds. And then you have the. It does seem to be slaved. So they are identical, these two displays, they're not individual. So I have been really excited about getting down here to West Texas, and you kind of start to see why it is so empty out here. Oil derricks, which I guess is what this is. I wish there was more custom autogen, man. I wish, like Lockheed Martin should be adding the opportunity or possibility to add more autogen, different types. Like we need little we really do need little oil derricks. It's funny, I've been getting these CPU temperature warnings lately, and then I look at it and it's not so bad once you look at the actual sensors and stuff. The sensors, I mean. When you look at the sensors, it goes right back down again. I've been sort of messing with my overclock recently too, because I wondered if that had anything to do with the types of I have some frame rate issues when I run more complex scenery, but It looks fine now. Don't think there was anything wrong with my overclock. So right now I'm getting 60 frames, and that's because I have VSync turned on. So we're meeting the refresh rate of the monitor. We won't go above that. Pretty neat. I really like King Airs. They're cool little things. Yeah, okay, I can pull it up like this. So let's see, let's check our perf page here and let's see. You can also tune frequencies from here. That's kind of neat. What is this? MFD. Okay, so you can do your different direct and stuff directly there. You can go back and forth with the thing. Menu display. Okay. Departures and arrivals. Should we see if E38 has some fun arrivals? They do. Let's see, they have an RNAV for runway 19. We can see if we can't do that one. That would be kind of cool. So first, we kind of need to go to this Fort Stockton, I think. FST. Okay, that seemed to work. And the arrival, let's do the GPS R19 and we're transition Fort Stockton, and let's put it into the flight plan. Is there no way to turn off all this stuff? Maybe it was under display again. Where was that? MFD menu, display, airports off, VORs off. Okay, sweet. It's better. So that's kind of neat. It's automatically moved against to intercept the VOR. It's not like any FMS I've used before, but it's cool that we have the option, I think. So it's got the hold in and everything. Neato. And if you look at it though, it wants us to be higher to do this maneuver. At least that seems that way. And that makes a lot of sense, because I think if you look at the airport itself, it seems to be at 4,490 feet, so only 500 feet below us, where we are at the moment. So why don't we climb let's climb to 7,000 feet before we cannot. Sorry about that. You can't click them on and off. That's kind of annoying. I really like that is one of my you can. There is a click spot for that. Okay. Altitude 7,000. And yaw damper. Did a pretty good job, and autopilot too. It's not half bad. I think that means 1,000 feet to go. So I think I can clear that hold. Where is the hold? I don't understand that actually. It's really, really, really shit weather. Not be happy if I was flying in this plane. Light. Okay. That's what you'd normally call a bit of a problem, but we are in a plane with an FMS, I guess, so we should be able to navigate our way through this. Sequence, I guess this is how it treats this thing. I don't understand all of this. I guess that's pretty clear. Even need to tell you that, I guess. But what I was kind of interested in is how if we could find out somewhere here how long until our arrive. Oh, and also we should read the charts. Crying out loud. So I guess the intercept here is at 7,000, and it's a 3-degree glide slope, and final course is 194. Bad weather. I'll tell you that.
Kilo Foxtrot Sierra Tango Airport information India 2253 Zulu weather wind 224 at 8 gusting to 30 caution wind shear alert 6 miles east of Kilo Foxtrot Sierra Tango visibility 4 sky conditions ceiling 5,000 broken heavy rain thunderstorms in the vicinity temperature 28 dew point 17 altimeter 3000 advise on initial contact you have information India Kilo Foxtrot Sierra Tango Airport information India 2253 Zulu weather wind 22.
Okay, so we have wind shear, all the, I mean, we can tell obviously it's a lot of, the weather is not good. It's amazing how empty it is out here, just these big ranches, that's it. feel like there used to be a sound, lightning. I just don't hear any thunder. Which is, I guess, a little weird, right? So here it comes to hold. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can put it into approach mode. Why I did this little climb. And there is such a thing as V now, I guess, but I don't trust it to work. Let's see how it works. But I don't trust it to work. Approach FMS. Okay. I just lose my left engine. I think I did. Okay. How do I get this to stop? Shut up. Seems like a mistake to have to drop the gear at this point, but I can't live with that annoying sound. It's pretty horrible. Why did I lose an engine though? Okay. Oh, here goes nothing. I don't want to... like we're doing well. Landing lights can come on. And are you gonna capture this? Come on. Looks like it's capturing. That's kind of neat though. If you look at this chart though, it should start to tiff me. It should already start descending. Yeah, it went into the hold, and of course it shouldn't have. Whatever. See if I can see the airport. Are you the airport? No. Okay. There's the airport. We're far away. Okay, let's be careful not to. $6,300 at the Rubel. So we are, in fact, quite a bit off here. So that was me trying to get the autopilot off, which I instantly regretted, but a big part of why I instantly regretted, I think, is because I have the engine to max too. So I've heard that one of the best things to do when doing one engine is actually to not use the rudder so much, but to try and use the ailerons to compensate for the there's a lot of trim. kind of a one-notch of flaps on this landing here. And we'll see if we can't make it. The only thing that sucks about the aileron trim is that once you reduce engine power, it's gonna compensate. You have to compensate the other way around. See, once you take the engine power down. Okay, so I'm gonna add some flaps into this mix. Let's see if we can't make it down even so. So see here, this is when you really get into the wild western Texas. Okay, here we go. It's reasonable.
Minimums.
Yeah, we're landing and taking the power back, and yeah, fighting the trim. We touched down. Wow, that was so quiet. Oh my god. Crazy. There's a bit of wind there too at the end. Jesus. Whew. That was a real nail biter. Let's see if we can see the instant replay on that. I kind of felt like I was floating forever. Yeah, okay, not too bad, you know. Pulling so much to the left. I mean, it's not a surprise, but it is. So I guess it does load stars, but I don't think that wasn't a very successful approach at all. I mean, I don't know why it flew the hold. Maybe I should have, maybe I deleted the wrong waypoint there, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. Pretty fun aircraft to fly though. Not the worst. The worst I've done. But it is like, it is, as you can see when taxiing and stuff, it's very sort of sensitive. I find like all the Carenado aircraft are so sensitive. I don't know if that's just a controller setting or what it is. It's kind of a little hard to figure out, but I don't like it. That I know. Okay, guess we'll park it there. Okay, well, thanks for flying with Crazy Airways. This was really something. I wish I could tell you what happened, but I just don't know it well enough to understand what happened. Something did happen. And yeah, I kind of thought it was fun. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. I think I may have just over-torqued the engine because I was trying to go a little faster than maybe I should there. And I think that's why it ended up quitting on us. That said, it's a pretty neat aircraft. I do like it. I wish it was maybe slightly less squirrely, but that could also be just my settings. That exactly makes sense to open the engine cover, doesn't it? Since we did lose an engine. And yeah, pretty model. I'll give it that for sure. Very beautiful. And a beautiful plane in general. I still do think I prefer the Turbine Duke to this. It flies a lot even nicer, I think. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, this is West Texas. And as you can see, if I go someplace fast. I think from here, my plan is to take the little Cherokee up here and come on, world viewer, to take the Cherokee and go up these mountains to Marfa and just follow these roads through here to the mountains. Maybe go to Rockpile and these other airports that you see up here till maybe even go to El Paso. It could be fun, or even go into Mexico for a little low altitude flying, like a drug run or something. We'll see. Can be fun. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. Bye bye.